Next up, Dr. Atif. Yeah.
Give it up for Mike, the funny Hernandez. Alejandro is here. Gone?
Gone.
Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it started as a giraffe real-time footage, and now it has come to hippo. We are just shuffling between animals, and within the human race, I think Iran is now attacking Israel, while Israel wanted to hit a terrorist leader. I don't know how you, especially in guerrilla warfare, how do you kill an ideology? And then and Iran's response was like the Will Smith to Chris Rock slap. Like it was extremely meaningless. I mean, I don't know whether it was fake because it totally looked like a stunt. He did not even feel it coming. And the only thing that's lost is Will Smith's reputation. So I think we have better things, and we need more responsible leaders, because this thing can trigger to, out of proportion. And but we are busy in hippos and giraffes, and watching their baby coming out. This week there was a lot of black guys in the news. Yeah, a couple of weeks back it was Diddy. I don't know what's so outrageous, because last I heard, and also experienced and requested, choking and pulling hair was a turn on, I think. It was fetish, it was a fantasy. So I don't know, just this morning I think I sent you a screenshot for confirmation. On a swinging website, I saw a hot date stating that that's hubby's birthday and he wants to see me with a big white cock or a big black cock, and you have to royally fuck me, and there is almost nothing that you can do to offend her, or the slut she is. So I don't know what to do. I mean, he did not kill anyone. I mean, again, I don't know, it's black and white thing or what it is. I mean, Marlon Manson had no issues just because he wrote a book and he put all the shit in the book. It was fine, and the Rachel Wood documentary was extremely convincing as well. I thought that he might have gotten in some trouble, but that was fine. Then after Diddy, it came to Tim Robinson. The North Carolina guy, he's running for governor. And I don't know what the problem is, because he was just looking for a tranny porn. I mean, what's the problem with them? I mean, they are fine with, go woke or go broke. That's the thing. I mean, if he's finding tranny porn, what's wrong with that? They should be appreciative about it. Maybe he's the Jesus guy, that's why this conflict they don't like. But again, then George Michael was there, Jesus to a child. I mean, he was gay and he had no problem. I mean, mutually exclusive, I'm just glad that it was not Michael Jackson, Jesus to a child. Because I don't know, all these black guys on top, Bill Cosby, with the exception of LeBron James, and I don't consider Obama black. So, I mean, you name it, Will Smith, Wesley Snipes. After coming to America too, I count Eddie Murphy as that as well. So, I don't know, and then Eric Adams, I don't know, his hatred for rats came out in, reality, because someone ratted him out. And, I mean, I also don't like rats. I don't believe in God, but I believe in rats. Because if I hear a sound in the night, I thought it either a ghost or a rat. So I think they are the oldest immigrants in the city. That's why they read our behavior. You put all the traps, they bypass it because they are closest to human behavior. That's why all the tests are done on them. So I think rats are part of his immigrant crisis that he faced in the city. It's just not human beings. There are other immigrants as well who want to live in coexistence. There is a separate department in New York City to combat ratism, I would say, because it's amazing that we don't even need the black guys to come out. Everybody knew Little Richard was gay back then when it was not even a thing, and it's only white guys or women who want to come out of the closet. Anderson Coopers and Ellen DeGeneres. Nobody had any issues. So thank you. That's my time. My name is Atif.
Yeah. Dr. Atif, everybody. Perfect person coming out. Mr. Gregor Rob. Mr. Gregor Rob. All right.
All right, we're going to keep it moving. On that, we got Sarah Craig right now. Please make space for Dr. Atif.
Talking about California and New York, I think California is the home of Hollywood, and it's all movies and fakery. And New York is probably, I would say, documentary. The shit gets real over here, and so does comedy as well. So I think I give New York a credit over here. Congratulations to all of you. MLK is on steroids, and I don't know what was he thinking, because he's a black Nazi, he said, and on the contrary, MLK should have been the real MLK, the non-steroid MLK should have been black KKK, I guess. Things that are going, I don't know whether he even knows who MLK is, because maybe he thought he's a wrestler or something. The other day he said the late Hannibal Lecter, and he's a great person. So that shows a lot of things in just 1 or 2, 3 lines, that he probably doesn't know who Hannibal Lecter is, and that he's late, and he doesn't even know the meaning of late, and he's saying he's a great person. So I think this presidential thing is getting extremely overrated, because in 4 years I hardly see any change going on. Warren Buffett said that if you just put a limit of if you raise the debt, then next time you will be unelectable. So I think that's going to solve a lot of problems. The presidential run is now going into McDonald's. I think they're saying that she was working in McDonald's, not working in McDonald's, and then he wants to work in McDonald's now. Suddenly, I think McDonald's was not for. I thought McDonald's was for homeless run rather than the presidential run, because I also think that the washrooms in McDonald's should be homeless people using it. I saw everywhere from California to New York, people using it, homeless people. I think they should be, if I would be the manager, I would just lock them out and tell them to clean it off until, if they want to come out, they better clean it. Also, I believe that this MLK on steroids, what were you expecting? I'm not sure you guys are following me on this Mark Robinson guy from North Carolina. He is, was following a trans porn website. I mean, again, once again, porn is in the news. Everybody wants to talk about porn. Here, dick and pussy jokes also fly pretty good. But the thing is, everybody wants to talk about porn. And, just some political shit just went off. Let's talk about it. Dick and pussy, because the other day a trans comedian told me that you were a weirdo because I don't know. I should take it as a compliment or I should take it as an advice. I don't know. Because they were saying that do you know the reverse blowjob? And little did they know that I am Dr. Tuah. I have a history of Tuah, writing a book and making a documentary as well on it. Yeah, I knew about reverse blowjob, and I don't know who's weird, because being called a weirdo, because weird is like a badge of honor these days for conservatives and Republicans. So the cat is out of the bag and now going into barbecue. Because this MLK thing and talking about JD Vance wearing mascara and his history about drag, I don't know, or whatever. So I think this porn thing is keeping on. I had another bit, a little bit of porn. Do I have time?
No, it's 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes. Okay, next time they can put you
Hey, Dr. Tuah, everybody. Dr. Tuah. Okay. I've eaten a lot of comfort food lately because I.
Give it up for Mike. So, a lot of people might know that I'm writing a book on Tuah. And you know Tuah? Yeah. So Tuah is like a girl who went viral, that she said that one move that works all the time in the bed is when you spit on that thing. And Tuah. So that's that for I don't know, 15 years or anyway. So in that I found that Tuah is a crime in many states. Like it's like battery, you spit on someone, but you can spit, in that thing, for lube or anal, for whatever, finding the clit, whatever. But at the same time, when you do it on somebody's face, that it can become a crime, and it counts as battery. Except for unless that thing looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Laura Loomer, so those could be exceptions, because Robin Williams once said that it is, you got to be very careful picking a fight with an ugly person. So every time I see Marjorie Taylor Greene, I understand why AOC doesn't argue with her. And not only that, I also, it's the same way I don't pick road rage with guys driving those Lincoln, the old Lincolns, with taxi. I have Honda Sierra, so I follow Robin Williams and never pick a fight with them. I mean, of course, never start in them, but I guess it will be stinky, because where I'm coming from, the buses in Pakistan were much worse, and much more stinky. But I enjoy my freedom, so I would rather not pick road rage. I also found out that there could be a ban on Tuah pretty soon. Because everybody's talking about women's, my body, my rights, and they didn't say the same thing about Louis C.K. when he waved his dick to everyone. That was his body, his choice. And but with regards to the ban on abortion, people don't realize that it is the men who are going to suffer most. because they won't get any pussy. They will be denied all the time, and then probably will have to go back to 80s porn, because the porn will be limited as well, because there will be federal ban. So there will be kind of a federal ban on Tuah. And because everything starts from Tuah. Whether she agrees to go ahead or not, or you have to have a water run through the interstate highway, or I don't know, but I think that's the situation. And I think porn also is, there should be a warning label on porn, just like there is a warning label on cigarettes now, or alcohol, or marijuana, because in 50s and 60s there were no warning labels. So porn should also come up with, don't abuse it, can end up in a divorce or erectile dysfunction. So these should be the warnings there, And but I consider myself, there are born again Christians. I'm born again Satanist, I would say, because that's the only religion that allows free porn, as much as you want to see. Because and I think Satan is just like pharmaceuticals want to keep you sick so that you keep coming back to them. The religion also wants to keep the Satan alive, so that they have a reason to call you back for. I don't know if God killed his son, why cannot he kill his arch rival? It doesn't make sense to me, and that's the reason I think Satanism is the only religion where stupidity is a sin more than any other thing. So I think we should really take care of these federal ban. Otherwise, everybody is into Tuah cult in one way or the other. And if we do not make sure that our rights are reserved, then getting pussy or Tuah, or we'll be back in 80s, VHS porn, because there will be no porn as well. So thank you.
We're going for Q, everybody. Q. Q, everybody.
Real club, apparently. All right. We got a couple more people on deck. Thanks for hanging out. Right now, please make space for Dr. Optic.
Give it up for Asif once again. Last night was, the debate had lots of highlights, but first time I realized that raining cats and dogs could also turn into eating cats and dogs. And Kamala finally grabbed the pussy by the pussy, went for the handshake, and the pussy got so used to getting grabbed that in the morning at 9/11 Memorial they shook hand again. So the pussy is getting addicted to being grabbed. And but talking about 9/11, and a friend of mine, also from Pakistan, he mentioned that all the backlash that he used to get for being Pakistani. But and he talked about 72 virgins. I don't know, nobody ever specified that is it going to be male virgins or female virgins, because if it's male virgins, then it's a tough ask, because in Islam, I think Asif endorsed me that in Islam, anal has two schools of thoughts. One school of thought says that anal is okay, it's not a sin, because it essentially is not an intercourse. The other school of thought says that if you have anal with your wife, then your marriage is gone. It's like kind of a divorce. So I don't know. Turing the friend before me, he told me that any ass eaters. So during my Tuah studies and the pursuit of the knowledge of Tuah, I found out that KY jelly is, kind of a substitute or replacement of Tuah, and then as is an entitlement. It's like graduation, like Jordan was mentioning that ass is not everybody's cup of tea. Ass is like a woman's nature. It takes working up, it takes stimulation, it takes time, and it's not just for me, I would consider myself a drive-through guy. I like to eat from outside. I prefer not to go in because once I tried and she said I had a bad stomach, so I said okay, my bad, because the fantasy should remain fantasy, because cats again were eating cats and dogs. Cats were again in the news. Another catless lady, Taylor Swift, endorsed with her cat in the picture, probably showing that please don't eat this cat. And it's a beautiful cat. And I think probably apart from Tuah, cat is getting a lot of traction. Cat ladies eating cats, and I think it's time that Catwoman may also get a reboot. Halle Berry, it was a flop, so probably this time cat. And again, the musical Cats, the movie sucked ass. It was bad. I'm a cat person, but once I was fulfilling a fantasy with a couple, and they had dogs who were barking. They have separation anxiety, so I got to a whole new meaning of doggy style, because it's really hard to concentrate when dogs barking because of separation anxiety. And I always wondered why on Halloween I see ATM and on condoms and all these things. I never see towers on Halloween, or maybe Bin Laden, anybody in their costume. I think it's very scary. It's terrible, but I think someone should try it. And thank you.
Yeah. I like how he said someone should try it and then got me up here. Like, oh, you should try it. But if you weren't here earlier, that's why I shaved, because I'm going out of town this weekend. I gotta go to the airport. I can't be looking like that when I go through the airport. Your next couple comics can't look like they do when they go through the airport, but good thing they're not going. They're coming here. On deck we got Vinny, something like that. Vinny, our buddy, and make some noise for Ali G.
Yeah, David Lewis, closing us out, Dr. AJ. Closing us out.
Keep it going for Mikey.
Yeah.
I think talking about terrorism, I think Pakistan gets a bad rap, although it was the partner in the war against terrorism. But I think the reason it gets the bad rap because it's a fucking snitch. Because nobody likes it. Afghanistan does not like it because, and I think Pakistan is the reason that the US became the superpower, because all the weapons that went through Pakistan to Afghanistan that brought down Russia, the USSR, was the reason that I think Pakistan does not get credit for it. But again, India does not like it, Afghanistan does not like it, the US does not like it, and I think there's a good reason. I mean, I myself was I had to run away from Pakistan because I wrote a protest song, and I was accused of blasphemy. So, but I think when you find Bin Laden in Pakistan, so the snitch is always the bitch. I think, and also somebody was talking about Hugh Hefner. I think Hugh Hefner has given us more fun than any religion. I mean, he had a fantastic life at the Playboy Mansion. And I think that when he died, he left only $45 million, which is much better than Bill Gates left to one woman, $75 billion, or Jeff Bezos left like $50 billion to one woman. So he had all the women of the world, but still, he taught women how to be selfless while giving a BJ. And yeah, because I think BJ, the Hawk Tuah girl was, she's making more appearances than Harris and Walz or Trump or, as they say, Shady Vance. But I think for the right reasons, because I'm writing a book on Hawk Tuah world. It's going to be the Gen Z handbook of hustling, I guess. Because I think Hawk Tuah, but I think Hawk Tuah has two elements into it. One is, it just spit on that thing and it works all the time. But at the same time, it can go in wrong direction and you end up swallowing it, as well, because if you have premature ejaculation. So I think Netanyahu, I think, is a Hawk Tuah boy because he was spitting on that thing for a while, but then he came to the US and people in Israel was saying that he should be rescuing the hostages instead of going to the US. But they found it late, and now the shit is about to hit the fan. And but I like Jewish people. I love Jewish people. Jewish people are great. A few of my favorite. I mean, few of the best modern thinkers like Noam Chomsky, Bernie Sanders, Einstein, and Karl Marx, and all the comedians like Amy Schumer, Silverstone, Louis Black, and Woody Allen, and you name them. So I asked my friend, why are these all the great comedians are Jewish? She said that because that's their defense mechanism. I said, bitch, what about the defense mechanism of the Palestinians? What about them? But I have a problem with Jew people, not so much Jewish, because there is a difference between Jew and Jewish. Because Jewish is like almost Jew, like I'm Muslimish. I would say they don't practice it, and I think if you talk about animosity, the Orthodox Jews, the one with the topi, topi is a big, like George Carlin said, that is nothing better than two religious people fighting. So Hamas and the topi people fighting is a perfect world scenario. But the Jewish people and the Orthodox Jews have a big, more animosity than Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher, or maybe Saudi or Iran. And I think because of that, I think Netanyahu is the main culprit for the situation, because it's like you cannot, even if you buy the entire Brooklyn, you cannot make Israel part 2 over here. Try it, then you will see how the army guards are going to treat. Because the thing is that people say, the Jewish people say that, or the Jews say that they're the chosen one. I don't know how they're the chosen one, because Iran is about to attack and Saudi has all the oil. So I don't know what kind of chosen one is that. Maybe, you're 2% of the population, but 60% in the sex offenders list. Epstein and Weinstein and Anthony Weiner, I would be very careful if that would be my, last name, Weiner, you got to be careful. But the thing is that, and that's the reason probably that nobody stood up for Louis C.K. when he waved his dick to, a couple of ladies, because it's his body, his choice, I guess. Sharon Stone waved her pussy to the during interrogation in Basic Instinct, and the whole world loved it, and nobody had any problems. So, but again, I mean, Andrew Schultz makes jokes about towels in the Arab people wearing towels. They're dressed like that. That was their religious dress. That's not Islamophobic. Sacha Baron Cohen makes movies taking piss at people, all the nationalities or groups he doesn't like. That's not xenophobia. But I don't like Starbucks and suddenly it's anti-Semitic. And hearing Kanye is also considered anti-Semitic. So I don't know. We have to really make sure that the Jewish people and the Orthodox people keep on loving each other and understand, and Hamas also as well. Motherfucker, what did you get in? Since 60s and since last 60, 70 years, you didn't get nothing. So you sold it to them, and it's fine. And you could have a two-nation situation, and you could have been better off economically as well. So I think it's time to resolve the situation and understand that it's Netanyahu who's the hot dog girl.
All right, Dr. Atif. Thank you, Dr. Atif, for. Thank you, everybody. Here we go for Atif. Time.
Hail Satan to my friend. Where is my Satanist friend? I think he left. I think yeah. So I think devil does not get the due credit because I think he was the finest of the angels,
Right.
and he proved God wrong that Adam was inferior and he cheated upon God,
Right.
and God cheated upon Satan as well. Because he was saying that Adam was superior to Satan, and I was born Muslim, but I was convinced to think towards Satanism because I went to the Church of Satan in Salem.
Oh shit! Nice.
And over there something happened that will never happen at any synagogue or mosque or temple. I forgot my wallet over there. I was buying some souvenirs, and they actually called me up and said, you can come and collect your wallet. Otherwise, it would have gone in the donation box in any other religious institution. Another important thing is that Satanism is probably the only religion where stupidity is a sin. So, after Muslim, I started thinking, so I become atheist, and then the natural transition was Satanism because, literally speaking, Satan means anyone who objects or opposes anything. So I think for progress, any kind of progress, opposition is extremely necessary. If two heads are agreeing, that means one is useless. So when there is so Satan again, devil needs a lot of credit. Because for every progress, also talking about games in 80s and 90s, and that Hollywood is getting boring. Yeah, my gaming friend is back. So I was talking about the gaming in 80s and 90s were amazing because the games are improving. We are going into AR, VR, but Hollywood is getting extremely boring. Because Superman is now gay, they're saying, and I don't know what we call him. Clark Kent now has a son, Jonathan Kent. He's going to be gay, and I don't know what to call super bi, or super gay. I don't know but it won't be super straight men. I think for me, Clark with Christopher Reeve, Superman actually died, and although it was about my Hail Satan friend is back.
Hail Satan.
Yeah, so I was telling them that I went to Church of Satan in Salem and lost my wallet there, and they actually called me and returned it, which will never happen.
They're great people.
Yes, thank you. And then I was talking about the merit of Satan over Adam, and actually God is the infidel over here because he cheated on Satan and found a younger wife.
Yeah.
in Adam. And
I got some literature for you later.
yeah, so I was saying that I don't know what to call because Superman was fine in 80s and 90s because when graphics were limited, special effects were limited, and we had a fantasy of somebody flying, but we would never believe that no bird in the world flies like that. It defies physics, you have to, fly like that. And then I think talking about Elon Musk, I think now Superman should have new jobs, like stopping a Tesla in the autopilot mode from an accident, because you should be given new jobs, like abortion, maybe, or sitting on the Gaza Strip, now today I read that Captain America's one of their characters, Sabra, who was the Jewish superhero, yes. And ironically, her superpower was healing. So I don't know what kind of healing you're doing when you're the chosen one and suffering for thousands of years. Genocide or clearing after every 1,000 years. So I think superheroes are too overblown now, so much that they are put in Justice League now, trying to make sense out of it. And we should give Superman new jobs, so that he can, finally move his profile from Tinder to Grindr. Thank you.
Come, everybody. Go, Adrian. Boris coming up. Keep it going for Atif. Dr. Atif. Don't get out of here yet.
Give it up for Mikey.
Hey.
Mike said about, you posted dogs on your Facebook and now you were talking about a cat.
I was? Oh, no, yeah. I mean,
okay.
I'm 50 years old, man.
Okay,
I've been around.
So I thought, you're not the childless cat lady, right?
Yes, I am.
You are, okay.
Yeah.
Because cats are bitches, I mean, I had cats, and I went to a therapist and he said, for some medication for depression. And he said, no, you don't need medication, you are just an asshole. So my cats are bitches, like I said, because they demystify every celebrity. I mean, they don't care who you are, they just give you shit, treat you like shit. And it's like a sadistic thing, and finally you get used to it and you start loving them. I was scared initially of cats, and then I started hugging tigers in Thailand. So cats are addictive, but talking about childless cat ladies, the childless cat lady is about to become the mother of the nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And looks like you guys not into DNC. You want money and not democracy, I think. Because Hawk Tuah was in the news. She pitched somewhere, and there was an outrage as to why she's doing. I mean, I am writing a book on Hawk Tuah, and it's a movement, I guess, phenomenon, and I'm also planning to do a documentary. So if you have any stories, do send me on Hawk Tuah World on Facebook. I'd love to add them because. And I think it's a women's world. Finally, we are into the matriarchal phase. My friend who mentioned Hawk Tuah, yeah. So we are thinking of having Hawk Tuah awards. What do you say, Mike? We should have Hawk Tuah awards at Freddy's, because I even have a sponsorship from a swinging website.
It's America, man. You can
do it. Yeah. So, because I think it's growing big, and talking about women, because Hawk Tuah is not just about spitting, because we have some gay ladies over here, and they would rather spit on your grave than spit on a dick. So I think Hawk Tuah is great, and because then talking about Olympics, finally the Olympics are over. But it's strange that all the guys are trying to be women. It shows that it's a women's world. Everybody wants to be women. The drag, the opening ceremony was highly controversial. I think if Charlie Hebdo people, if the outrage was there, they would be alive today. But sadly, only the UFC guys had outrage against the drag ceremony, saying that it's the most gay game. They are hugging guys from the back, rolling on the floor in sweat, and they did not like the opening ceremony. And then it went to the boxer who was pretending, I don't know what it was. I think we should have trans Olympics because there's too much confusion. And if there are Paralympics, there should be trans Olympics as well. If you can, you don't have a choice of, not having limbs, but you have a choice of having a dick or not having a dick. And because, I think, and then it ended with the breakdance girl. So the Olympics was dominated by women. The breakdance girl was, PhD in cultural movement, but she fooled probably the Aussie government, saying that it has something to do with dance or dance. I mean, dance is like comedy. I think if you're doing good, if you're enjoying, then it's fine, and if you're not enjoying and you're fucking up, then everybody else is enjoying. So dance is like that. I'm not a good dancer. I tried Zumba, but I think it was more, I was farting more than actually dancing. And I learned, I used to, at Tele Fitness, I used to exercise outside the Zumba class. And I used to say, what the fuck is this? Why are they, what kind of endurance it requires or strength to do this dance, I was doing the pack deck exercise. And then one day I tried and I thought, wow, that's the reason why women actually like, there's a saying that good on floor, good in bed. So it's, the dance is very important, and women love it because I think, I kid you not, it's tougher than high intensity training. 1 hour of dancing, it's not easy, especially if there are farts going on, and then talking about the childless cat ladies. Cats don't give a shit if you are Oprah or if you are Jennifer Aniston or if you are Kamala Harris. She just demystifies you, and whether you're a rock star or whatever, it treats you like shit. And I think you should. I think Hawk-Tuah is much deeper than. Somebody was mentioning Helen Keller. Helen Keller was a Hawk-Tuah girl. She paved her way out. She spat on it, and then she made it come. And she was the founder member of ACLU. You won't believe. And then she grabbed a teacher who helped her in getting educated while not being able to hear or read. So I think because I'm doing the research on Hawk-Tuah, the Hawk-Tuah World book, so Helen Keller is there. Mother Teresa, I think last time I told, she was a gangster OG shit and big time money launderer. So that's my time. Give it up for Mikey again.
Yeah. Dr. Atif, everybody. Dr. Atif, confusing everybody in this room. How about that? How about that? You don't know if he's pro something or against.
Yeah. Okay, cool. On deck, we got Michael Willis. Right now, please make some noise for Dr. Atif.
So, give it up for Asif. And I'm Atif. coincidentally. He was Asif and I'm Atif, but it's the first time I'm meeting him. But the common thing is that we belong to a sect, Shiite, yeah. So we are the shit farm of the Muslims, like in a good way, because we don't give a fuck about, we are the farthest away from Islam, and which is good, I think. I always quote George Carlin, nothing like it, to religious people banging their head. And I believe that we are the Jewish of, the Muslims, because the ones with topi are the Sunnis and the Orthodox Jews. So Jewish and Jews are different for me. And so yesterday, I think day before yesterday, we saw Elon Musk and Donald Trump together. Two wannabe autocrats who want to run the world, but they could not run the live stream. I guess 40 minutes waiting, and podcast when TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everybody has video live stream. And but that's the thing. I wrote a book on Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter back in 2017, in which I forecasted that anybody who wants to go into autocracy would love to have a control on automation. But it's good. It's glad to see that Donald Trump is finally learning something from Harris. He said that give this guy some medics, get him paramedics. He's not feeling well. Before he used to only offer jabs in his rallies, not the COVID jabs, but the jabs, and give him a good one and take care of the all the court proceedings and everything, all the expenses, but he never did. Tuah girl also declined Donald Trump. She said no for Tuah girl, although she's from Nashville, Tennessee, but I don't know. I don't know where he's gaining traction, because I think the best or the biggest swing state is Florida, because they have the most topless bars, and the swinging lifestyle is over, the best over there. And I believe that I'm writing a book on Tuah called Tuah World, because I think this phenomenon is really deep. It's scary shit, that you got a cock on your face, and then you have some strategies, You want to make sure that it's clean, so you want to spit on it, and you spit on it that you're not happy, but just lube or a functional aspect of pleasing both the parties. So anybody who has some Tuah moments in life, giving or receiving, inbox me on Tuah World on Facebook. I might add your story on in my book. And I'm going to make a documentary as well called Tuah Phenomenon. In the research, I found that Mother Teresa was a Tuah girl. Yeah, she was some gangster shit. I mean, she used to take money from anyone, drug cartels and dictators, or and she was a gangster money launderer, and she never used to give shit about it. I mean, even the Pope was scared of her. And she used to say that it's God's money, I got it, and that's it, it's just money, and it came to me, and I'm a saint, and everything's fine. So I think Mother Teresa was also asked that, the conditions in your, all these places that, that you hold all these sick children, leprosy, they're not best. She said, these are not fucking hotels, people volunteer over here, and I just do as best as I can do. So, Tuah, I had my own Tuah moment. I was employing someone, and I felt that the Hawk Tuah was amazing, and then I realized it was a lady boy in Thailand, so I could only foresee that only a guy could understand the sentiments of Hawk Tuahing. And one time I also it was providing employment to needy people, and she said that no smoking. And when I get there, and she said, I told you no smoking, no Hawk Tuah. So I thought, oh, it's a bad call and it's too late. So Hawk Tuah is the way we should go, and it's a great strategy. And thank you to all. Thank you very much.
And feel like a good time to say, my goal is to use every emoji at least one time.
Everybody, we got Abe on deck right now. Make some noise for Dr. T.
I think DEI is the new DUI because in Olympics things are going, I mean, if you want to make it more funny, I don't know, because I believe that this entire Olympic thing is a scam, as Joe Rogan said. But I think, although I take everything coming from Joe Rogan with a grain of salt, but although I'm woke but not broke, but at the same time I do understand that this entire Last Supper thing with drag queens and all that is blown out of proportion. But at the same time I also believe that if they had shown the same intensity against Charlie Hebdo. Does anyone remember Charlie Hebdo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the guy who, the newspaper who made cartoons of Muhammad, and they got killed in France. So if there was an outcry and outrage, they could have, stopped, and they would be alive today. So, but at the same time, I think the Muslim MMA fighters, the Dagestani fighters, they are also outraged with the Last Supper thing, and they are saying that it is because of the Greek and Leonardo da Vinci, painting that they were, portraying in it. But I have no idea. I mean, all these people were not outraged when the Charlie Hebdo thing happened. So, and these MMA fighters, which is a pretty gay game, I think, rolling on the floor, sweating and hugging guys from the back, trying to choke. So, I don't know whether they should be outraged. I don't know, are they, I think they are outraged on the drag part of it, because I'm not sure they would have any problem with the Last Supper, because I was kicked out. I had to run away from Pakistan because I had made a song against the Prime Minister, mocking song, and they tried to kidnap and kill me, but I got out in time.
Fuck yeah.
So I understand blasphemy, and I understand the consequences. So, however, I would say that Olympic is fucking boring, because first of all, you cannot see that opening ceremony anywhere. Except for probably Paramount Plus. So I don't know where all these people are watching it, except probably for the news. And I think I think any sport is like a pawn, but the difference is that you are seeing somebody performing, only that you are not jacking off. You're just watching it. If you want to watch football, you would watch actual FIFA football. If you want to watch boxing, you would watch actual boxing. If you want to, watch any other sport, but like one of the earlier comedians was saying that, it's like you can do it yourself, like probably Anthony was saying. So why just, keep on watching it? For example, in combat sports, probably you cannot act it out, but
And I think there should be trans Olympics, just like Paralympics. You don't have a choice for the limbs in Paralympics, but you certainly have a choice of not to chop off your dick, and be part of trans Olympics. And I think this entire thing is way out of control. And I think there should be, next time you will hear a domestic violence case through 911, it will be like, I was practicing for my upcoming Olympics. Probably Kathleen Jenner would, try to go back and take revenge from Mom Jenner, and saying that I was practicing for, I want to do boxing now. So that's it. My name is Atif, and thank you.
Whoa. Hell yeah. Give it up to that guy. I don't see Devon around, so Tim will be on deck if he doesn't show up right. I'll make some noise for Abe. Go fucking crazy.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna keep this going. Alex, you're on deck. Come to us and keep over Atif Khan. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, we can do it.
Hearing back to back about Edie suggested that Father's Day is coming as well. So I can say honestly that keep jerking off, guys. It's a waste of time, because it's being a father and not pulling out at the right time has a big price to pay. Video itself is kind of a pressure thing, because as the porn takes toll on us when we are growing up, and then through the years of marriage, guys have a lot to go through, from getting up in the morning, earning, and then getting it up in the night. It's all work, and it's a thankless job. And recently I found in the documentary that just like guys have a hard-on, women are wet. That's a sign that they are aroused. So for that we also need the tongue. So it's like, lots of work. So just jerk off, and talking about blind. Somebody mentioned flashlight, so my wife got me a flashlight. She said, try it on, and I tried my best, and I could not penetrate, because I don't know, either I am too big or whether it is an Asian size. So that's that. And I think from a suicide massage therapist, I happened to go to a blind massage parlor in Thailand, and my friend told me that it's amazing because they cannot see and you can really feel, and they can really give you a good deep tissue massage. And a dog came to escort me to the room, and I went there, and then the time came, and she said 50 baht more. I said okay, fine, no problem, for the happy ending. And then the size of 50 baht and 100 baht the same. So I was wondering, let's see whether she's really blind or not. And I gave her 50 baht instead of 100 baht. But she recognized, and she said, no, this is 50 baht. And as a South Asian, being a brown guy, I'm cheap, so I tried that and tried to get out of it, 50 baht cheaper, but it didn't work. And I think brown people are cheap, I can say safely, because it's better to be cheap than poor. I recently saw a salad buffet. I said, what the fuck idea or concept is this? It's just a salad, and you have to just make it yourself, and you have to pay for it, and it is not satisfying as well. So, but I think I also used to wonder why Michael Jackson left the popcorns in the Thriller music video to that stranger, because AMC popcorns are extremely expensive for brown people. and I think he should have taken it with himself. So that's that. My name is Atif Khan.
Here, people are to come! Paul Dagliolo, you are that. Come to the stage right now. Let's keep it going for Alex Sheep. Thank you. I just quit drinking.
My takeaway: do heroin. Okay, on deck is Isabel Volings, but give it up right now for Atif Khan.
Yo!
Give it up for our host. You did not tell us your name.
Oh, Phil.
Phil, okay. Alright, give it up for our man, Phil. So, Netanyahu was here yesterday, but I guess people are more concerned about the Tuah girl. You know about Tuah girl, or yeah, or you don't want to admit that you know about Tuah girl. I mean, some people debate that whether lesbian sex is actually sex. I mean, you mentioned that bisexual thing, but I'm not sure. I went to a bar. There were two girls sitting, and I said, "Hi, I'm Atif, and I'm a comedian." And she said, "I'm Jenny, and I'm a lesbian." And she saw me. I don't know, my brown skin. She said, "I like women." So I said, "Okay." There was a friend, and I said, "Hi, my name is Atif, and I'm a lesbian." So lesbian, I don't know. It's like you are pressing the button of the vacuum cleaner, but not using the vacuum. It's like you're having chewing gum and the juices are going in, but you are actually. I mean, the stomach is anticipating that the food is coming, but the food is not actually coming. I don't know whether it is. It should be used as an appetizer, because during my promiscuous debauchery days, I learned that in lifestyle, which is famously known as swinging, girls are basically using it as a starter or the icebreaker, so that guys who are not comfortable, not ready, or in simple words are not getting hard on, they can have a look at the lesbians and get in the mood. So I don't know how to categorize it, because as far as Tuah girl is concerned, having a Tuah from a lesbian would be something of a great deal, because it will be full of suppression, and she rather spit on your grave than just spit on the tank, like she said. So and I think it is kind of I can guarantee with experience that the lesbian oral game is a game, because Arthur Miller or John F. Kennedy or Joe DiMaggio, they could not find the clit of Marilyn Monroe. She said that she never came. So when it comes to lesbians, they have a huge ask on their hand. Not only do they have to find the clit, but they also have to make them come, which is without the main game, without the main course, just with the appetizer. You have to fill the stomach. So I think Tuah girl was getting more attention than Netanyahu, because I don't know, Jewish. I had a friend. I asked him, "Are you Jew?" He said, "No, I'm Jewish." I said, "What does that mean?" He said, I don't practice it." So that's the only religion. It's blackish, it's one-ish, nine-ish, but I have my own light privilege as well. But I think Jewish people are great. is the Jews, the Orthodox people in Israel who are the main culprit, as Netanyahu is, and he has killed like 40,000 people and still not got the hostages out. So I don't know. The main problem is, like you mentioned, Epstein. Is the Jews, not the Jewish people. Jewish people are the greatest, like Bernie Sanders, like Richard Marx, Karl Marx, Noam Chomsky. They're the greatest people. So I think Hawk Tuah is doing good. Now I understand the meaning of no strings attached, because there's something about deep throat and deep down there they feel the vibe, and yeah, the strings are attached.
Yeah.
But right now we got a Tiff Khan.
Give it up for our host James Hart. So, like James said, we are mostly socially irrelevant people, depressed, on antidepressants, and pivoting here, trying to find some sort of a balance. I'm also depressed, but I tried to get the medicine for that as well. They said that you're just an asshole, you don't need to, it's a personality disorder. And I was planning to do something around foot fetish, but then I read James' name and I thought, I should go a little tech, because my second name is Khan, and it's also kind of not as interesting as Mac, because Mac is like Macintosh or McDonald. What are you, Mac?
What do you mean?
Is that the full name?
I'm fucking white. That's it.
So, an Irish Mick, or is it Mac?
Scotch Irish
Ah, okay.
and German.
Okay. So like iMac or Big Mac, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a big Apple fan, and I've been using Apple for all my life. But as Khan, I always also had a lot of queries and questions and hate as well, because usually people think about Genghis Khan, although he was not born Muslim or something, or I get about Khan Singh from Star Trek. Somebody was mentioning sci-fi, Star Wars, and it was just another example of scapegoating the minorities, because a Khan is never a Singh and a Singh is never a Khan. And great that Google was not available in those days, otherwise the writer could have looked it up, or the users or the viewers could identify what a fucked up view that was. But sometimes I do get problems at Applebee's, because they want to think that my name is Khan, Jewish, but it's Khan, but they don't know that they're not going to get tipped in any way, whether from Khan or Khan. So with regards to Mac, I was, like I said, I've been using since last 20-25 years. But ever since Steve Jobs died, I think there is virtually no progress, because when they said about recycling and being environmentally friendly, I did not know that they are just recycling the same shit that Steve Jobs left, whether it was Apple Watch or whether it is iPhone. They're just repeating the same things, and it's boring. But again, I would say still it works. Contrary to Android or Samsung Galaxy or Google Pixel, because I don't know who are the people who probably people who buy that, those who have only one option, a cheap option, I would say. I don't know why they're even making Samsung watches, or now Google Pixel watches. So I don't know, I tried one, but it never worked. But the thing is that Apple does not allow you to do anything. they want money for everything. Their ecosystem is so restrictive that people think it's like, I mean, if it is for them, they would charge us for even unlocking. Look at their packages, their news, Apple News. They want to charge you for news. They want to charge you for bullshit Apple TV. I mean, look at the movies they are making. Why don't they understand that movies are not made with money? Movies are made with passion of the directors and the storytellers. That's that. And people are really worried about AI. Apple also recently said that they are creating Speechify, which is already available. It's going to make us more lazy, I would say. And but the thing is that AI is responsible because we are criminals and we are evil. Back then, when I was working in hotel industry, people were affording the lifestyle, double their salaries, because they were stealing cash, and that's why they bought automated systems. And same is about cabs. The most corrupt people all over the world. I've been a world traveler, and the most three corrupt categories are always pimps, cabbies, and cops. So I think now that Uber is there, they are complaining and committing suicides, saying that it's not fair to us. So I think if you were behaving and not stealing cash from registers, then automation would have never come. However, I also believe that this chat GPT bullshit is also overinflated. I think I'm a product designer, UX designer by profession, so I understand that chat GPT is basically cheat GPT, because if you are smart enough, you would know how to cheat, because chat GPT is basically replicating the data that is already there, so it's not going to take over anybody's job, unless of course you are greedy like crypto warriors, or if you are lazy, again crypto warriors who are not familiar with how the economy works and how you generate real money without shortcuts, with hard work. So my kids also trust Siri and Alexa more than me. They believe that if I tell them any birthdays or any statistics, they like to hear it from Siri or Alexa or Google rather than me. And I think it's just making us dumb in the sense that, for example, somebody wanted to translate Bengali through ChatGPT, and when they translated it, it was all bullshit. And that's what ChatGPT can do. It's not accurate, it's not perfect, and again we have to understand that it's just processing of data that's already there. And but life goes on. We are moving into a situation we are away from AR and VR, living in AR and VR, and away from actual experience. And people think that this is the real thing. Even people prefer to watch pornography as well in AR and VR and Oculus and Apple Vision Pro, and to give a more real experience. But the truth is that, but I don't blame them, because at the end of the day, it's all about eyes. Even if the tool is not delivering, the eyes can still stimulate, and you can still, for example, it's all about eyes. I don't know if the blind people miss anything, because nobody taught them the positions of how you do things, but they know everything. Like probably Stevie Wonder, when he wrote the song, I just called to say I love you. Probably it was about phone sex and not about or maybe part-time lover. Maybe he didn't know which hole to go in.
front or back, or because at the end of the day, it's about women wear makeup for looking good. So it's all about the matrix that we talk about. It's all in our head, and if it's all in our head, then we can live it in our head. There's no need to go out because this, again, if you talk about marriage as an institution or family, then it's all a lost cause or waste of time, because at the end of the day, if you want to jerk off in solitude, then and the kids have to leave you after 18 years, then you are better left with your own hand, and you're not fucking somebody's mother. Thank you. That was all. Thank you.
All right, y'all. On deck is Joe Chim, but right now we got Drew Khan.
Woo! Armand was trying to ask me, but he said that he's not gonna ask me because I was interrupting. I was trying to be the crowd work for her. The things, another thing, words, exasperation. For the N word, I think I am qualified at least 50% because I've been called the sand N word. So I think Arman did good not to ask me if I know Indian friends because I'm a Pakistani. So, and he said he was, you never talked to a Pakistani, I don't know, something like that. But one thing that happened, and on which that happened on July 4th, and on which both Pakistani and Indians are united, is that on one hand, America was gone, on the other hand, the England or UK or Britain, their downfall started. And I think America basically busted their party and fucked them up in every walk of life, whether it was language. The U from favor was gone and was replaced by us. And you can imagine the power America has on English people is that it calls Amazon and still calls Verizon. So it's like they can do anything. Being a brown person from India, Pakistan, Arman is back. I was telling that I'm Pakistani, so good you did not complete your sentence. So, and that we are united on, that America busted the British party. And not only did they bust their party, but they fucked up their language as well. And created new pronunciations called garage, arse, ass, and so many other things. And basically, England was behaving like a bully kid who got tall earlier than all the rest of the kids. But when then all the kids grew up tall, it suggested that they should have a League of Nations, and then they should stop fighting. And every time there was an attack from Germans, they started calling US for help. And yes, there were terms that the independence. Basically, I think America is England without monarchy. So if the British people, I think they are very concerned, the Buckingham Palace is really concerned that people might turn against them, their own people, because they've been fucked too long. First the taxes were in India, then taxes were in England as well. High taxes still there. When they came to India, the GDP of India against the world was 25%. When they left, it was 3%. And people wonder why pound sterling doesn't go down. Euro came, and it still is higher than that.
It's higher than Australian, British, Australian, Canadian, and American dollar as well. And I don't know what's people's fascination about them because look at King Charles. He looks like a child born out of revenge porn, I guess. And this guy William, he was stated as the sexiest man alive. So I don't know, but I'm glad that America busted their party and created IMF and World Bank so that our scammers from India can work a little bit less and we can get reparations finally through cutting down the national debt. So happy Independence Day to everyone, and basically it's a revenge America is taking against for the whole world for what the British did to the rest of the world. Thank you.